Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil alameen. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina wa nabiyyina Abil Qasim al-Mustafa Muhammad. وآله الطيبين الطاهرين لا سيما بقية الله في الأرضين أجل الله تعالى فرجه الشريف وجعلنا من أعوانه وأنصاره. Alhamdulillah, we have tawfiq to have our second session on Surah Yusuf, chapter 12, and we start with verse 4. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إذ قال يوسف لأبيه يا أبت إني رأيت 11 كوكبا والشمس والقمر رأيتهم لي ساجدين. One of the things that we find in the life of Prophet Yusuf ala nabiyina wa alayhi salam, and also in the life of, for example, Prophet Ibrahim ala nabiyina wa alayhi salam, and also our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the Quran, is that they had some very important dreams. Ibrahim had, Prophet Muhammad had, Yusuf had. And these dreams are not making them what they are. It's not that because of these dreams they have become special. But these dreams are one way of communication. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sometimes through dreams communicates things that people need to know, especially when a person has a position of leadership. Sometimes it's important that some information is given to that person. Even sometimes for a bad leader, like Pharaoh. His dream was very important, that there would be 7 years of rain, and then after that 7 years of famine. This dream, when was presented to a reliable person like Yusuf alayhi salam, saved the whole nation and even helped neighboring nations. So this is a favor of Allah, a blessing of Allah, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends messages sometimes through dreams. And these dreams sometimes are easy to understand. You somehow clearly see what is going to happen, for example. What are you supposed to do? But sometimes they are seen in a metaphoric way, or in a kind of analogical way or symbolic way. Therefore, they need interpretation. They need ta'bir. And this is something that to some extent we can learn, because there are some normal and general patterns that you may learn. What, for example, stands in dream for success, what stands for defeat, sustenance, this type of things, enemy, this type of thing. But sometimes they are not general. And sometimes those things that also are general, they have lots of details and exceptions that you may not know, and therefore you cannot trust your understanding. So it's very important that we find a reliable person to interpret. And sometimes the way it is interpreted can also have impact on the way it's going to unfold. And then there is discussion about how dreams happen. Dreams happen in two general ways. Sometimes we have dreams which are indeed just continuation of the work of our mind. We have lots of information stored in our mind. And sometimes when we sleep, mind goes into the archive and plays with the data which is there. For example, you were thinking a lot about something. So even when you are asleep, in your unconscious level, your mind is still thinking about that and goes and finds information about that. And sometimes also mind manipulates the information, changes. Many times in the dream, for example, you are talking to someone, then in the middle of discussion it becomes someone else. And you don't notice at that time, but later you wake up and say, what happened? I was talking to someone, it became someone else. So, these type of dreams are not very meaningful in the sense that can give you new information. Yes, they are meaningful because they can help you understand your condition. Yes? Sometimes I say every dream has interpretation. But sometimes the interpretation can be that you have eaten too much. Or you have been worried too much. So there is not necessarily a new piece of information. So some spiritual teachers, when they take students, they ask them to tell them their dreams. So based on that, they can give them advice that what are the things they should do more or less or things like this. But another kind of dream is that your soul, because of reduction in management of body, has chance to relax from management of body and perhaps rise to a higher level and get access to some realities there. So maybe your soul, for example, meets soul of a dead person. In the first type, your soul doesn't meet really that person. Soul visits the image of that person. So when you see your late, for example, grandfather in dream, sometimes you are just seeing the image of him that you have in mind. Sometimes your soul has really encountered with the spirit of that person. In this second type, there is a chance that you may come to know things that you didn't know. Something about today or past or future, about other places can be conveyed to you. Your soul can get access to some levels of knowledge, to some alwah, either alwah of mahwa ispat or lower mahfuz. You can see things that can change or things that are fixed. So it's a huge world. And in some hadiths, it is considered as a branch of nubuwwah to have, good dreams. So, in any case, one of the things that we find the story of Prophet Yusuf, and indeed in this chapter, The very first thing that we have about Prophet Yusuf is his dream when he was a child. إذ قال يوسف لأبيه يا أبت إني رأيت 11 كوكبا والشمس والقمر رأيتهم لي ساجدين. Yusuf alayhi salam, when he was a young son, told his father, "Oh father, I had a dream." Ra'aytu in Arabic sometimes means to see with normal eyes when you are awake, but ra'aytu sometimes also means to see when you are sleeping, to have a dream. So here means to have a dream. It's very obvious that this could not have happened in the state of being awake. He saw 11 stars and sun and moon. إني رأيت 11 كوكبا والشمس والقمر. I saw 11 stars and sun and moon, and then he adds رأيتهم لي ساجدين. He repeats رأيتهم. I saw them without any doubt. Because sometimes, you have dream, then you doubt. What was the thing that I dreamt? Sometimes you are not very clear. But he is very clear, and he says, رَأَيْتُهُمْ لِي سَاجِدِينَ. Not only I saw them, but I also saw them that they prostrate, they do sajda in front of me, before me. One of the things that our Mufassirin have mentioned here, which is very important, is when he refers to stars and sun and moon, he says رَأَيْتُهُمْ. Those of you who know Arabic, you know that home is used for plural male, and normally we use it when something has intelligence. Yes? If it was not because these stand for human beings, should say رَأَيْتُهَا. But says رَأَيْتُهُمْ لِي سَاجِدِينَ. So they had understanding. Okay? He didn't see people, he saw the stars and sun and moon, but because they did sajda, so it means that they had understanding. They were showing their respect to Yusuf alayhi salam. So he wanted to share this with his father and also to get interpretation from his father. قال يا بني لا تقصص رؤياك على إخوتك. Prophet Yaqub said, my dear son, don't mention this dream that you had to your brothers. Taqsus, we had qasas. Don't mention this story of your dream to your brothers. So before he mentions anything about interpretation, it seems that he was saying that you have to keep this confidential. This is the idea of confidentiality that we mentioned also last month. You don't share everything everywhere with everyone. Why don't say this to your brothers? Because فَيَكِيدُ لَكَ كَيْدًا. It seems that Prophet Yaqub, based on what he had already observed in them, was sure that they do something. Because he didn't say, maybe they make plots against you. He said, فَيَكِيدُ. It's like a kind of certain. Yes? Doesn't say, لَعَلَّهُمْ. No. So Yaqub alayhi salam knew his children and knew that some of them at least, or most of them, had some jealousy towards Yusuf. And when there is jealousy, everything can provoke. A little success, a little, achievement can provoke jealousy in them. So he said, don't say anything to your brothers, and they might, they would make plots against you. There is a beautiful hadith that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala communicated to Musa alayhi salam about those who are jealous. إِنَّ الْحَاسِدَ سَاخِطٌ لِنَعْمٍ. The one who is jealous is angry with my blessings. Why I have given someone some blessings. صَادٌ لِقَسْمِيَ الَّذِي قَسَمْتُ بَيْنَ عِبَادِي. And he tries to stop the way I have distributed blessings. He doesn't want this to reach the people that he feels jealous towards. وَمَنْ يَكُ كَذَلِكَ فَلَسْتُ مِنْهُ وَلَيْسَ مِنْهُ. It's very worrying. Whoever is like this, he has nothing to do with me. I am not from him, he is not from me. So hasad is a very bad thing. May Allah inshallah help us. It's very difficult to be free from some level of hasad. Some maybe have more, some less, but it's very difficult to be absolutely free. But at least we should work on ourselves, control ourselves, so that inshallah, little by little, we can get rid of hasad. Imam Sadiq alayhi salam said, Afatuddin al-hasadu wal-ujbu wal-fakhr. Summary of all the problems that can happen in your faith. Jealousy, self-admiration, and fakhr. You feel you are special and you try to present yourself better than other people. You can kind of arrogant. In another hadith, Imam Sadiq alayhi salam said, إِنَّ الْمُؤْمِنَ يَغْبِطُ وَلَا يَحْسِدُ. Mu'min has ghibta, not hasad. Is positive envy, that you see something good in someone, you ask Allah to be given the same. You are not angry why that person has got this. You are not, trying to make that person lose it. No, you try to have it as well. This is good. But munafiq is opposite. Munafiq doesn't matter to him whether he has it or not. He wants the other person to lose it. He has hasad, no ghibta. So brothers of Yusuf, which are children of Prophet and grandchildren of Prophet, because the father is Yaqub, the grandfather is Ishaq, the grand-grandfather is Ibrahim. They had this problem of hasad. So no one should feel immune. Even children of Prophet can have hasad. And unfortunately, they had hasad towards their own brother. Sometimes you have hasad towards a stranger. But because hasad has no logic, no rationality, so it can belong to someone who is very close to you. Like Habil and Qabil. Yeah, hasad was towards brother. Qabil had hasad towards father. Brothers of Yusuf had hasad towards Yusuf. إن الشيطان للإنسان عدو مبين. Truly, Satan for human beings is a clear enemy, as we have in other places in the Quran also. إن الشيطان لكم عدو مبين or لكما عدو مبين. Shaitan is clear enemy for you. So it shows that this is a satanic characteristic to be jealous. So people who are jealous, they are following Shaitan. Because Shaitan approaches through different ways. One important way is through jealousy. وَكَذَلِكَ يَجْتَبِيكَ رَبُّكَ. Yaqub alayhi salam also said, based on this dream, maybe he had also this information from other sources, but that was the time that when he was interpreting the dream, he mentioned to Yusuf alayhi salam that this is the way that your Lord is choosing you. So it means you have been selected by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for a mission. وَكَذَلِكَ يَجْتَبِيكَ رَبُّكَ. Your Lord is selecting you, choosing you. So because it was not just a kind of separate, independent thing that they did sajda for him. It was a sign that Yusuf is going to be put in a very high position, and he is going to be given a task, a mission by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَيُتِمُّ نِعْمَتَهُ عَلَيْكَ وَعَلَى آلِ يَعْقُوبَ كَمَا أَتَمَّهَا عَلَى أَبَوَيْكَ مِنْ قَبْلِ إِبْرَاهِيمَ وَإِسْحَاقَ إِنَّ رَبَّكَ عَلِيمٌ حَكِيمٌ. And Allah is going to complete His blessing on you and on the family of Yaqub, because this would be a great also blessing for the whole family. Unfortunately, the sons of Yaqub, other sons, they didn't see it in this way. They should have celebrated that their brother is chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and they have the blessing of being his brothers. But they didn't look at it this way. But Yaqub alayhi salam says that Allah is going to complete His blessing upon you and upon the family of Yaqub. So we are all happy. And according to some ulama, they say in the Quran, ni'mah, when it is mentioned in like completing ni'mah or something like this, they say it refers to a kind of imamah and leadership. اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي. Here also, يتم نعمته عليك. This is the ni'mah of leadership, being a person who is chosen by Allah for a mission. But this was not new in that family. Allah has already completed this ni'mah on Ibrahim and Ishaq. Your two fathers, of course, one is grandfather of Yaqub, one is father of Yaqub. So one is grandfather of Yusuf, one is grandfather. Ibrahim and Ishaq. As you know, Prophet Ibrahim had Ismail and Ishaq, our Prophet and Imams go back to Ibrahim through Ismail, but Anbiya of Bani Israel are going back to Ibrahim through Ishaq. Because Ishaq was father of Yaqub, Yaqub was father of Yusuf, and then it comes down up to Isa alayhi salam. Inna rabbaka alimun hakim. Truly your Lord is alim and hakim. He has all the knowledge. And one important aspect of this knowledge is He knows whom to choose. Allahu a'lamu haythu yaj'alu risalata. He doesn't choose based on, na'udhu billah, ignorance or random selection. There is nothing random in Allah's selection. Everything has a reason. He knows what qualities are needed and He knows who has them. And He is Hakim. He has plan and purpose and chooses for His plans the best means, the best instruments, the best people, the best timing, the best location, everything. He is Hakim. Ilm and Hikmah. These are very important aspects of Lordship of Allah and very important aspect of success of every person. Any person who wants to succeed should invest on knowledge and hikmah. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لَقَدْ كَانَ فِي يُوسُفَ وَإِخْوَتِهِ آيَاتٌ لِلسَّائِلِينَ. Truly, in Yusuf and his brothers, there are signs for those who ask. Some Mufassirin have said those who ask refers to some Yahud who asked about Yusuf alayhi salam. But some say it's general. Any person who asks questions about Yusuf or something general that this the story of Yusuf can be an answer for that, they are meant here. So it's not for particular people according to some Mufassirin. But what is important is Allah says there are ayat, there are signs, not only one sign, ayat. So you can learn many things here. You are reflecting on a source and treasure of signs. Special things that you can learn from and you can see how Allah is at work. Because any sign of Allah shows that Allah is at work. He's there. Yes? And if you reflect, you reach Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this story is chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because there are many signs there that you can learn from. Many things that can, in a way or another, apply to us. If it was just Yusuf alayhi salam and his father and brothers, and nothing to do with us, it was not mentioned in the Quran. It's mentioned in the Quran because there are many signs in this story. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes us to another episode in the life of Yusuf. إِذْ قَالُوا لَيُوسُفُ وَأَخُوهُ أَحَبُّ إِلَىٰ أَبِينَا مِنَّا وَنَحْنُ عُصْبَةٌ إِنَّ أَبَانَا لَفِي ضَلَالٍ مُبِينٍ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so far quoted something from Yusuf and quoted something from Yaqub. Now Allah gives a chance to brothers of Yusuf to express themselves. But it's very embarrassing that the way they spoke about their father and their brother. They could not be more ungrateful than this. So when Ya'qub said, don't say this to your brothers, they are going to make plots against you, he was aware, he knew his children, and he knew that there are problems. So one of the things that they said is, they said, La Yusuf, Lam is for ta'keed. Certainly, Yusuf and his brother, because Yusuf and his brother Benjamin were from the same mother. The other brothers from another mother, of course, the mothers were sisters. So they said, Yusuf and his brother are dearer and more lovable to our father from us. Our father loves them more than us. But they didn't try to understand why their father, who is also a prophet, why loves them more? If this is true, that he loves them more, so you should improve. You should learn. But like Iblis, that when Allah said you should do sajda for Adam, he didn't try to learn why Adam has reached that position. He tried to protest Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and says, Ana khayrun min. They also had the same approach. They said, Yusuf and his brother are more loved by our father than us. وَنَحْنُ عُصْبَةٌ, and we are strong men. These are still kids. How can a man prefer children over strong men? Our father has lots of tasks. We are taking care of, for example, his animals or whatever. We are helping him a lot. We are helping the business of the family. How can he love kids more than us? إِنَّ أَبَانَا لَفِي ضَلَالٍ مُبِينٍ. They said, truly our father is in clear error. They didn't just say he makes mistakes. They said he is making very bad mistakes. And what is sad is that this was not said by one of them or two of them or three of them. This was said almost by everyone. Maybe there was one or two exceptions, but generally this was their impression. It seems that they were many times gossiping against Ya'qub and Yusuf and, filling their heart with anger about this. Many of these things don't happen in one night, overnight. It's a matter of continuous negative thinking. So now they wanted to have a solution for this problem. They didn't trust their father, but they wanted his love. It's very strange. They didn't respect their father. They say he is making people believe that their father is prophet. And the sons who should be the first people to believe in their father, they say he makes clear mistakes. But they want to win the heart of father. Not because he's a prophet and they want to have love of the prophet. No, they are looking at from a very selfish way. It's our father should love us and respect us, no one else. So, everything is based on false assumptions. And for them, the easiest way to solve the problem was to get rid of Yusuf. They could not get rid of their father because they wanted love of their father. They needed father. The trouble was that there is Yusuf and his brother. But they were more angry with Yusuf. Although they realized that their father loves Yusuf and his brother, but they were aware that Yusuf is special. Yes? Yusuf has a future. So they said, "Uqtulu Yusuf." Kill Yusuf. They said to each other. How a brother can reach this point that even thinking about this, if this comes to your mind, it's very bad, let alone you plan and you say to each other, and they must have had, as I said, so much of conversation about this that then they trusted each other, that they are all somehow on the same boat. No one is going to say this to Yaqub alayhi salam or other people, Uqtulu Yusuf, kill Yusuf, avitrahuh ardan yakhlu lakum wajhu abikum wa takunu min ba'dihi qawman salihin. Either kill him or throw him in a land, in a far place, so that he cannot find home and our father cannot find him, so that the face of our father would be only for you. So they thought in order to have exclusive place in the heart of their father and attention of their father, they should get rid of Yusuf. But they were aware that this is a big crime. And with a crime like this in your file, you cannot have prosperous life. So they said, after this we do tawbah. We kill him and then we do tawbah. وَتَكُونُوا مِنْ بَعْدِهِ قَوْمًا صَالِحِينَ. This would be our last sin. After that, we do everything properly and we please our father and we would have no problem. This is just the very last sin that we have to commit. And we know that no one can rely on tawbah and acceptance of tawbah when he or she wants to commit sin. If God forbid someone commits sin, then should do tawbah as soon as possible. But before sinning, you should not rely on tawbah, because who said tawbah is going to be accepted? The late Ayatollah Bahari Hamedani, he says, before committing sins, you must reflect on the verses which talk about punishment, so that you don't commit sin. But if God forbid you commit sin, reflect on the verses which talk about Tawbah and Rahmah and Maghfirah after. Because Shaitan, before you commit sin, talks about Tawbah. Don't worry, you do Tawbah. But after someone commits sin, Shaitan stops person from Tawbah. So either says it's early, do more and then you do one Tawbah, or says it's too late. Shaitan always for Tawbah says either it is too early or too late. Doesn't let you to do Tawbah because he wants to stop you. So we cannot rely on Tawbah before committing sins. But these people were deceiving themselves. قَالَ قَائِلٌ مِّنْهُمْ. But one of them said that we can do something better. لَا تَقْتُلُوا يُوسُف. Don't kill Yusuf. This person maybe was hopeless in changing totally their mindset. Yeah? He knew that their mindset is not going to change. That, say, love Yusuf, stop, jealousy. So he tried to do something which has lesser harm. And said, okay, if you want to do something, because at the end says, لا تقتلوا يوسف وألقوه في غيابة الجب يلتقطه بعض السيارة إن كنتم فاعلين. If you want to do something, if you are not able to stop altogether and you must do something, at least don't kill him. Put him in well. They say they used to have a kind of way to dig wells for water that above water level they used to make on the side a space. So when someone wanted to go and, for example, take water, could rest there. It was going down, or if they wanted to put, some delves or whatever. So there was a space inside well, but on the side. So if someone looks from top, doesn't see. So someone, if wanted to hide, could hide there. Okay? This is qayaba. It says, fi qayabatil Job. Job is well. Qayabat is that place. So they sent Yusuf down with a rope or something, and they told him, stay there till some people come, because it was a somehow safe. So animals, wolves or whatever could not go there. Wait there till some groups, some caravans come and they want to take water. When they send down the rope, then you can, for example, inform them that you are there. Or something like this. We don't know the details, but perhaps they have said something like this to Yusuf. So this person that maybe was Lavi, maybe was someone else, told them, don't kill Yusuf, put him or throw him in this hidden place in the well. يَلْتَقِطْهُ بَعْضُ السَّيَّارَةِ. Some of these roaming and patrol, groups that they go around, they may pick him up, take him. إِن كُنْتُمْ فَاعِلِينَ. If you want to do something, do this. So it shows that this person, this brother, was not happy. But for some maslahah, try to be with them and stop them from doing the last or the worst thing. Yeah, he was engaging with them to stop them from doing the worst things. Okay, then the Quran doesn't say something and takes us to their conversation with Yaqub. So we can feel the line in between, that they must have made decision, and now they said in the right time we implement this plan. But in order to implement this plan, they had to take permission from their father to give them Yusuf. Because it seems that Yaqub alayhi salam was hesitant to let them take Yusuf with them. He had already worries. Therefore, they told their father, قالوا يا أبانا ما لك لا تأمنا على يوسف وإنا له لناصحون. They said, our father, why you don't feel safe and you don't trust us about Yusuf? وإنا له لناصحون. It's very similar to what Shaitan said to Adam and Hawa. He said, I am nasih for you. I am wishing good for you and giving you good advice. So, this ayah shows that they were aware that their father is hesitant to give them and normally is not letting them to take Yusuf with them. But they are trying to implement their plan, so they have to make sure that somehow, at least for one time, they get Yusuf with them. أرسله معنا غدا يرتع ويلعب وإنا له لحافظون. Send him tomorrow with us. Just tomorrow. Not every day. He comes with us and he would go around and play while we are looking after our animals and are there. We can look after him and protect him. وَإِنَّا لَهُ لَحَافِظُونَ. We are protecting him. They didn't say, Inshallah, we are going to protect him. They were also, unfortunately, relying on themselves. Of course, they had their own also plan. But this shows their mentality, also not the mentality of a person who trusts Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yaqub alayhi salam, I am finishing, inshallah soon. قال إني ليحزنني أن تذهبوا به وأخاف أن يأكله الذئب وأنتم عنه غافلون. Yaqub alayhi salam, in my understanding, didn't want to say, I don't trust you, because this could make them worse. Yeah? He didn't have trust in them, definitely. But look at the way he said. He said, إِنِّي لَيَحْزُنُنِي أَن تَذْهَبُوا بِهِ. I become sad if you take him away from me. Yeah? I love him to be close to me. وَأَخَافُ أَنْ يَأْكُلَهُ الذِّئْبُ وَأَنْتُمْ عَنْهُ غَافِلُونَ. He didn't say, I am worried that you may kill him. He said, I am worried that maybe when you are heedless, you are busy with something, a wolf comes and kills him. He didn't point finger at them. It's very important that he was very careful about this. قالوا لئن أكله الذئب ونحن عصبة إنا إذا لخاسرون. They said this is a matter of our honor. And they were very, proud of being a strong man. Again, they say, we are usba. If while we strong men are there, wolf comes and eats our brother, this is shame for us. We will do it ourselves. Why we should let wolf do this? But they were good, in playing, like actors, Otherwise, in their heart, they must have felt very, ashamed. قالوا لئن أكله الذئب. If wolf eats him, وَنَحْنُ عُصْبَةٌ, and we are strong men, إِنَّا إِذًا لَخَاسِرُونَ. Truly we are the losers. We lose our honor and dignity. People in the village and around everywhere, they say, these brothers of Yusuf were not able to protect him. So they wanted to say it would be totally disaster and shameful for us. We are going to protect him because of our... Again, you see, from their logic, they are not that much important, bothering about, it's not important for them, Yusuf, and, for them, their fame and reputation is very important. Yes? Okay, inshallah, we continue tomorrow. May Allah, inshallah, help us to get rid of jealousy and self-admiration and arrogance. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin.